Drop. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Drop. Oh, we here, man. We here. We here, y'all. Let me turn this because I don't want to be looking at this like that.
You like looking at it?
Well, because I know this going to be the main one, so I don't want to be.
Yeah.
What's going on with y'all? We here. I got my dog WooMadeit in the building. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm in his building. Y'all know. Y'all know what we doing. This already rolling?
Yeah.
Man, so look, let's kick it, man. Let's kick it up. First of all, like I said, I appreciate you even sitting down doing the interview. I know you're busy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here.
But my biggest thing is I love sitting down with dope people. I love sitting down with people who got shit clicking, who inspire me in a lot of different ways. Obviously, we got our thing with the yard. You know what I'm saying? When I tell y'all, I was saying this earlier in my live. I was like, look, I'll be working out. Before I join the yard, I've been working out. But when I start getting around these dudes, I'm like, God damn. But I wasn't doing much. You know what I'm saying? So, we met on some working out. We met on some fitness shit. You know what I'm saying? But as I'm getting to know you more, I see you got a lot of things going with what it is you do. And again, I think fitness brings people together. But deeper than that, and what I love with the gym and what I love with the yard is that, everybody got their own shit. Everybody got their own brand. So, I want to dive into like who you are, what you about. For those of you who don't know, it's my guy WooMadeit, doing some amazing things out here. You know what I'm saying? I want to say interviews, but it goes deeper than interviews. I want to say just an iconic guy that's sitting down with so many influential people. But I'll let you set it. But I want to dive in and just get straight to it. So who is WooMadeit?
Yeah. Appreciate the love, man. And yeah, the gym does bring everybody together. That's why I stuck in there and stayed with the yard, and just to meet guys like minded and just like you yourself, man. So thank you for that. We all in the same circle, but WooMadeit. I started with the nickname Woo from a youngin. I had it since I was 5, but I would say I'm like a journalist. From day one, I've been trying to just build this social media presence, and I didn't know who I was at the time. I just wanted to stay active, stay on camera, and just do something. So whether that was content creation or even trying to be an influencer, and then I fell into this world right here, film and TV. It opened up a whole new world for me. Connecting with an actual audience, fans. It's not like I had people engaging with me, but I wouldn't call them like real fans. But when you see stuff like this and film and TV shows and you're speaking to fans, it's a different type of meaning, and it gives you that drive to just really keep going and push to the next one and try and do better the next account or the next film that comes out. And then the activation days on top of that, I love going out and just being creative and having fun and building. So the journalist part is one avenue of it, but it's a big umbrella and a lot of things go under it. I dedicated this whole room. Like I'll have them, view some of the room. But like I just dedicated everything to it, and time and money is what it comes down to. So if you can invest, do your best.
Nah, for real. And as I always say, man, he gonna be humble about it. Hey. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Listen, man, he got so many. Look, from Finding Nemo to Wicked. My daughter, she's in love with Wicked. Toy Story, Sinners.
Yeah, this right in the middle. Sinners in the middle.
Killers. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all see what's going on. So again, he gonna be humble about it. I'm not gonna be humble for him. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna be humble about it, which is great. But Tom Cruise stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the list goes on. You know what I mean? But I wanna go back, right? I wanna go back. Where are you originally from?
I grew up out here in the Valley, man. So Reseda area, Chatsworth. I've been a little around everywhere in LA, but yeah. I would call this home, the Valley.
Okay.
818.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
30. Okay. What school you went to? What high school you went
to? So I went to Golden Valley. I went to Lawrence Middle School.
Oh shit. Okay.
For one semester, and then I ended up moving to Georgia up until high school started. And when high school started, I didn't come back to the Valley. I went to Santa Clarita and went to Golden Valley. So that little gap right there messed up my, my environment wise, getting to know my community, because I landed somewhere else when I got back out here.
Yeah.
And then I got to know everybody out there, which was really different. Like the Valley and Santa Clarita is completely different. So
yeah.
But I'm still 818. I grew up out here in the Valley.
I know, man. 818, man.
Yeah.
So I moved here when I was to California when I was 6. It's like 5 or 6. And I ended up moving to North Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I lived in North Hollywood for a little while, but then I moved to Silmar, raised in Silmar. So I ended up going to Silmar High School. I went to San Fernando Middle School, Silmar High School, right, for like a year and a half. Yeah. And then from there, I moved back to Chicago. So now I was out there for another year and a half, came back and graduated from Chafford. So I would say it's crazy because I'm sure we know a lot more of the same people.
Man.
Already, you know what I'm saying, through Amir, but I'm sure we know a lot more of the same people. You know what I'm saying? So, man, one time for the Valley, man. People coming from here, they always say LA, but people try to skip over the Valley. Like, the Valley got some dope people doing some dope shit.
Big influence.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of influence. A lot of people live here. And people think, the Valley is just, everybody's rich. And it's like everybody's not on the grind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets handed. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I want to dive into what it takes when it comes to building something like this, to have all these different interviews, be attached to all these different projects. Let the people know, like, what it takes to really get there. Like, what do you have to have inside yourself to get to that level?
I would say keep your vision in front of you, because there's a lot of stuff going on. And when I say tunnel vision, you really got to have that. And being from the Valley and then seeing how LA works and how Hollywood works, you do need to have a strong network space. But it's also, the things on top of that, it comes with business. Like, yeah, you can know everybody, but at the end of the day, can you handle your business? Can you stay in your lane and not, get caught up in the media or get caught up in the hype? So that tunnel vision is what really plays the biggest key, because I could have fell off and been like, hey, I just met that director. Now I just want to go be an actor. That's not my lane. That's not how I started. That's not where I was going with it. So, constantly keeping the ball rolling in my lane and, doing what I started. I actually started with the camera. Like, if you really want to back it up, I was on the carpet taking photos. I was a photographer. Okay. And I was seeing how social media and the influence of social media was developing at the time, and I was like,
what year was this?
This was 2020.
2020, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I can only go so far with just taking photos. I want a little bit more of what's going on. And I would look down the carpet and see people doing interviews, and I'm like, what's going on over there? I'm taking my photo and I'm done. I'm working with Getty. I'm working with Photoshop, or I forgot the other name, but I'm selling my photos, and then I was done.
Yeah, but real quick, how do you even get to the carpet, right? Let's back it up even more. How do you even get there? How do you even say, yo, so I'm a photographer, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking pictures, but everybody can't just get to the carpet.
Yeah.
Is that network? Is that just you standing out there? And again, I want to get into this for a reason, because I seen a post that you recently made.
Yeah.
Where you was like, yo, just last year, just a couple years ago, I was on this side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you even get to that other side, right? And for context, he made a post and he was like, the current him was on the side of the red carpet where all the action was, all the celebrities and everybody, right? Having the connections, being in the shit, right? The other side, you know what I'm saying, was across the street. And if y'all know anything about red carpets, it's like the red carpet where everything is happening at, and it's that other side.
Way other side.
And I feel like, everybody's trying to get to that side where the carpet is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't wanna slide past that. How did you even get to even be on the red carpet taking pictures starting there?
Yeah, so to not skip anything, you do gotta work for free sometimes. You do gotta break your leg and say, hey, even though I'm not getting paid for that, this is what I'm doing. I always had the camera in my hand. Like, I've had a camera in my hand since I was 15. just networking. You do have to shake the right hand, meet the right people, and have that connection. But if you're willing to keep that tunnel vision and break your leg and work for free, that's what it takes. And then you stay down that path, and then you end up in different areas that you didn't even expect because there's a lot to do with it. There's a lot that's going on with Hollywood. The way social media is growing. Now they got influencers on the carpet before the talent to help promote the film. That's something that was new to me. I'm like, man, this is really, we're going through a change right now, and if you don't keep up, you will get stuck, especially in this industry because it's not waiting for nobody. Either you know what you're doing or somebody else is going to take your spot. They're going to fill it in. And that's the hard part. So it's like you have to constantly be on your not your A game, but just have enough there to stay relevant and know your worth. Because your worth is a lot.
That's real. I was just telling people, man, and I've been preaching this to all my people. We overlook what a content creator is in today, 2026. We overlook it, right? A lot of people our age, you say you're 30?
Yeah.
I'm 35, right? I'll be 36 this year. A lot of people overlook it, right? Oh, well, nah, that's for the kids. I'm not Kaiser that. I can't be streaming. I don't do content. Oh, I'm not iShow Speed. I'm a businessman. And they try to like downplay it.
Yeah.
What he just said, I want y'all to all understand this, right? Right? Everybody here, we're live as well on YouTube. We live as well on Facebook. We live as well on Twitch, right? And I want everybody to understand this, especially the older crowd. The value is in your audience, right? And on top of that, all the business and corporate people, this 2026, they're cutting jobs, right? Because they're saying AI can do what you can do.
Easy.
Right? There's machines that can do what you can do, right? So when you think about value and creating value in business, right? Fuck just entertainment. I'm talking about in business, right? When you think about creating value, what's one of the biggest values you can create for a company? It's to bring them sales, bring them people, right? If you have your own audience and you've been able to cultivate an audience, whether it's your business or whether it's you're bringing something to your business or you're bringing something to somebody else's business, if you can understand how to cultivate an audience, what happens is that's real value. So from the entry level, we're talking about you just being able to have an audience that rocks with you, right? Where let's say you get monetized, you're making money. On a bigger scale of things, you can drive traffic to other people's companies. That's private equity. Now you can help flip their company. So for all my business people that be on here, 'cause I know a lot of business people be on my YouTube and Facebook, I want y'all to understand something. Like, that's the value. This 2026. So all of that, oh, well, I don't got time to be doing social media. Oh, I don't got time. I'm so busy. You missing the point. Make time. And again, either you do or you don't. It don't affect me or affect him or affect anybody but yourself. But understand what day and age we're in. The value is in, can you bring people? That's why, like he said, before the red carpet get really going, you got influencers there. Why are they hired to come there? Because this guy has 1 million subscribers. That girl has 500K. This person's TikTok is popping. So they know that everybody's watching, all of their people are watching. If you add the shit up, damn, by hiring 5 influencers that got their own audience, I didn't just put X amount of eyes on my shit.
Yeah.
So
status that quick.
So we're definitely in that day and age, and I don't want that to go over nobody's head, man. So with that being said, so you got onto the carpet, right? Boom. It was hard to get on the carpet. You're there, right? So you're just taking pictures.
Yeah, I was starting photography, selling the Getty, just getting a little chip.
Got you.
Starting small.
So from that point, so you're taking random pictures. Like, are you just there, just like, so you just show up, you take random pictures?
Yeah.
For those different companies?
Yeah. So I think it's called Shutterstock. So you upload the photo of the talent.
Okay.
and then somebody will buy it.
Oh shit.
Either Getty Images, somebody there is trying to buy the photo so they can use it because it costs money to grab a photo off of the internet and then use it for whatever publication or whatever you like. What I'm doing now, I would have to go look for photos, but now I work with studios. They'll send me the actual press kit of their photographer. So they actually have a photographer there working for each outlet, taking the photos. I didn't have that job specifically. I was just on the carpet. It was the photography pit. So everybody there is just snapping photos, and that's like the lower scale, the little guy, just to help out like whoever else is trying to help promote the movie. But now I'm getting the actual footage, so it's like I don't have to go pay for the job that I used to do. Like I just get the stuff. So now building that up, with the interviews, I got a whole different type of emotion now. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, I hope y'all listening, man. I hope they taking the gems.
Yeah.
I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all taking the gems, man. But so you go from there, boom. Now you're taking the pictures, you're selling the pictures to these different sites. So how do you break into getting those actual sit downs where it's like, yo, like this person's gonna sit down with me? Was that? And again, to do this, y'all listening, y'all hear this, it's hustle.
Yeah.
So you can't be afraid, you can't be, shy, oh well, thinking something gonna fall in your lap, right? You gotta be, I can tell you gotta be a hustler, you gotta have that mentality.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, how do you transition from I'm just the guy that takes pictures to I'm the guy that you want to sit down with?
Yeah, so with that, it goes back to the networking space. You have to keep shaking hands. You got to stay a little bit longer on the carpet, and then you never know who you're gonna meet. The talent is only there for so long, but the people around them is what's really working the industry. They'll have their reps and their PRs. Okay, only give me 3 minutes for each interview. Only 2 questions. You know what I'm saying? So you want to meet the PR really, and they'll put you on, and that's the hardest part because some of them, these PRs out here, they act like they're the talent because they got the talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always a grind mode. It's always, hey, how you doing? I do this. I've been working here. Is there any more room for me? That's the biggest one. Like, do you have any more room if I'm able to do this? Yeah. This was back in 2020 to 2022, 23. It was hard because there was no influencers. Today, it's a little bit easier. Like, I just seen a dude, an influencer, like, he just makes crazy videos. But he got to do, like, actual fun content, not an interview style, but fun content with the talent. And I'm like, dang, like, everything is changing right now because of his status.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be a journalist. He doesn't have to, start where I started because all he has is his audience. Well, not all, but like he's able to promote himself with the audience and followers that he has. So, trying to make it a long story short, just stay in your lane, stay in people's faces. Let them know you're willing to work. You can produce these type of things, and you never know what your opportunity will be. That's the hardest part because like I didn't even know where this was gonna lead to. Like I feel like I still came upon it. Like when I did this was my first, Zoom interview. I did a Zoom interview. This is Eileen Wu, Alien Romulus, a huge fan base. Like this is one of the biggest fan bases out there. And I got to interview her, and they used her face for the cover. That was tearing me up. I was like, oh man, how do I get a hold of this and make it seem like I've been doing it for a while? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I have been doing it for a while, but the interview stuff, that's still fairly new to me. Like I still feel like it's day one.
Yeah. And I love it, man, because like I was telling you earlier at the gym, I had the pleasure of like knowing I still know him. I'm gonna say knowing, but like my guy Michael Yo from Entertainment Tonight. He did Entertainment Tonight for years. If you're not familiar with Michael Yo, he blew up off of what was this? I don't know how forget the show name, but Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, yeah.
So he blows up off Fear Factor, and then he starts doing interviews. And I've watched him over the years get bigger and bigger and bigger and build his brand. And that's why I say, like, again, I'm, me, for those of you who don't know, most of you do know, but my trade, I'm a barber. That's how I got into these different rooms. And I always say it's great to have something, a skill that you have that can get you in these rooms. So me, I'm a barber, right? So that got me in the room with these different people. So meeting Michael Yo and cutting his hair, I'm coming to him. I'm going to the set to cut him at Entertainment Tonight, right? So I'm going to the CBS studio to cut his hair. And I learned so much from this dude, but I think one of the biggest things that I learned was it doesn't matter how you get started. It's about how you finish, right?
Yeah.
This guy doing Fear Factor, right? Look his name up, Michael Yo. You can type in Michael Yo on YouTube, type in Michael Yo Fear Factor, and that's where he started. Eating, I think he was eating his Fear Factor, so he was eating some crazy shit.
Go eyes, man.
But shout out the big homie, man, Michael Yo. But I learned that, like, it don't matter where you start, it's about where you finish. So he takes that opportunity, runs with it, right? Same thing, starts doing interviews, blow up. I'm watching him go like this. And it's a few people that I got like that I'm watching them take opportunity. But Michael Yo, because we're talking about interviews, Michael Yo was one of the guys that I watched like, damn, like, then he went and copped this crazy condo. He had a crazy condo at the W in Hollywood. I see him go from there, cop a crazy house in, I think it was like Studio City or something. Had a crazy house, and then starts building his brand bigger and bigger and bigger, getting crazy opportunities, and then he built it so much so to the point where he just started traveling the world, hopping on stages and talking and doing comedy. So I'm saying this to say that, like, it doesn't matter where you're starting at. You know what I'm saying? Get started, get in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, get on that carpet, do what you got to do, have a skill, right? A lot of people will say, like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." Learn a skill. You know what I'm saying? The same way I pick up a clipper, he pick up a camera. You know what I'm saying? And start doing stuff and push you in different positions. And you see he's only going higher and higher and higher. Y'all see what's behind us. This ain't we not looking at no small movies, right? So because we're not looking at no small movies, I gotta ask you, bro. I got to, man. I want you to be totally honest, right?
Yeah.
Give me your favorite and least favorite interview, right? Something that let's start with the favorite, right? Favorite, like, yo, like, the person was amazing. I was nervous, but this was the biggest one, or whatever it may be. But give me your favorite interview.
My favorite one, I would say, the one I recently did in Southwest was Zazie Beetz.
Okay.
She's well known for her work, and I never really.
She blown up right now.
Yeah, I never really did interviews outside of this space that I was in, and to have that one on that type of scale, this is a really big film. I was like this one, the Alien Romulans. I was like, oh man, how am I gonna approach it? How am I gonna get my questions right? And she just came on friendly as ever. You would think these people in the industry, they feel some type of way when they come out and do their interviews or when you're asking them questions, but they're human at the end of the day. They connect with you, and that's really just what it is, a genuine human connection and meeting somebody that you admire. Like, she, beautiful black woman, she's doing her thing in the industry and making a name for herself, and that's what I'm doing right now, building myself up and getting to where I want to go. And I would say my least favorite, man, I don't want to say no names, but sometimes the directors, they have a hard time on set. They can get a little irritated.
Yeah.
If you don't know everything about them or what they've done. So I can't then turn myself, like, it's not on my bad, but it's like you can't really turn yourself on to who they are because I don't even know them. Like, I'm meeting you trying to just do an interview, and sometimes they get upset with that. It's like, well, why is it, like, they'll answer the question in a really nonchalant way, and it's like, can you give me a little more energy? Like, you're promoting your movie. We are promoting your movie right now. I'm going to need some feedback other than you just trying to shut me out and get on to the next one.
Yeah.
So I would say stuff like that. If you're trying to be a journalist, you gotta watch out for, and always have some backup questions. If you see that they're acting a certain way, you gotta turn it up a notch and get it out of them. That's what I really started to notice about. It's not really the talent; it's the directors that are usually like that. So have something in your arsenal to where you know, okay, I'm getting this vibe. Now I can switch it up and take you on a roller coaster if I need to. You know what I'm saying?
So having that patience, man, having that patience.
You gotta have patience in this game because you do represent yourself, and then you're representing whatever company you're with. This is actually my company. I own this company. It's Who Let Us Out. So it's like everything is being presented on a higher scale. It's a business at the end of the day. So be ready, come prepared, and do your job. I still got a job to do. Even though I own it, I have a job to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to fire myself.
For sure. Man, y'all see, man, y'all better listen, man. Y'all better have that patience to get the job done. And, in barbering, it'd be similar, right? Yeah. Sometimes you'll cut somebody and, I love to have conversations while I'm cutting. I don't like to be, it be quiet. It's very awkward. I'm on your head cutting your hair, and it's very awkward, right? Yeah. So I like to have conversations, but sometimes you'll ask a question to certain people. I never forget, I cut Wale, and I'm young. I'm probably like 23, 24. I'm a big fan, right? So I'm like, yo, what brings you to LA? And he was just so, like, how you say people be nonchalant. They feel like maybe like you should have asked something deep. Oh, I don't know what it was, but it's some type of like entitlement. But he was just like, music. I'm like, clearly, nigga. Like,
is there some type of influence?
You know what I'm saying? Music? Like, clearly, that's why you're here. Like, you do music. But what brings you? Like, are you in the studio? Yeah.
Man.
Okay, that's what's up. So now you gotta. It's that awkward thing, but you know what I'm saying. What I took from that, and what I'm sure he took from that, is that at the end of the day, you got to do your job, and at the end of the day, you got to find a way to make it what it is. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be people, right? You never know. I took it, and I've always taken that. Even like as I got older, I kind of took it like, man, you're an asshole, but at the same time, you never know what he's going through.
Yeah.
You never know how he feel. You never know. Like, he may have an ego where he's like, yo, you should know why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Right. You should know everything that I got going on because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? It could be that, or it could be, man, my dog died, man. I just lost my best friend, or I just, I'm having a bad day, but I got to do this thing because this is part of my job. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, anything that you do, right, no matter what the obstacle is, go hard at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody detour you. Don't let nobody say to you that you can't do this or make you feel bad. I felt bad so many times in my industry and even in business, as cutting hair is just the foundation, but me getting into business, real estate, lending, credit, all type of different things, content, right? You get discouraged sometimes, right? But at the same time, you understand that, look, I got a goal here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I can't let nobody knock me off the goal. You know what I mean? And that's the most important thing in general. So if you guys don't take nothing else away from this, take the fact that if you want to do something, put your mind to it. If you want to do something, don't let nobody stop you from doing what it is God called you to do. You know what I'm saying? And only you know that, right? Go hard in everything that you do. But before we get out of here, I do want to touch on some things, right? Like I said, I met you at the yard.
Yeah.
Throwing up heavy shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big weight.
Throwing a big weight. Listen, he ain't no joke. I'm trying to tell you. I be trying to hang. I be like, God damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? But pushing yourself. I want to ask you, what does the yard mean to you?
The yard,
like as a whole, what does it mean to you? Is it just for you? Is it just working out, or is it deeper than that?
I would say it's a lot deeper than that, because at first it started off because I was big in the gym, but I would work out in isolation. Like, I would go there and just try and look my best in the mirror. When I entered the yard, I was like, okay, it's a bunch of dudes working out. we feeding off the energy. And then as I grew and stayed there, I was like, okay, this is it's bigger than that. This is a community. You know, these guys are in your face every day, and you're learning them. You know, how long we known each other? Like just a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah,
it's been a couple months, and here we bonded. So it's like you want to stay in your community, you want to grow with your community, and that's something I never had. So I love that we're able to come together as a group of men and find each other, find ourselves, find what we can do to help elevate, because you don't get that every day. Like at the end of the day, it takes a team. No matter who you are, how far you've gone in life, you've had a team somewhere. You had somebody root for you. You had somebody say one more. Because isolation is crazy work and you can get stuck there. But when you have that community, it constantly grows.
That's real. That's real. That's real, man. Yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like, I seen shit online. I seen Gabe, like I said, I went to high school with Gabe. I seen Gabe online doing his thing. Me and Pac super cool. I met Pac through cutting hair. Met Bo through cutting hair as well. And I just loved what they were doing. Yeah. I work out by myself. You know what I'm saying? But, I love the push to say, hey, look, you got other people around you that's pushing you to be a better you. Right. And I feel like, as I said in the beginning of the interview, deeper than the workout is the fact that you got brothers that's pushing you, that all have the same goal, that's all building brands, some bigger than others. Some are just starting their brands. Some people got brands that's out of this world. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's pushing each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's making you be a better you. So with that being said, having that as a newer brotherhood, we're able to use that to get into conversations like this and use that to network and meet people and vibe. And you know what I'm saying? You start to realize, damn, this dude just like me. I know him through this, but man, oh shit, we got a lot of we know a lot of the same people. Oh damn, you know what I'm saying? And you able to congregate and you able to build with people that's pushing you, man. So, man, one time for the yard, man. I appreciate everything that y'all been doing. Other guy, how long have you been part of the yard?
I would say, I think I hit 10 months, man. Today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This month we'll make it 10 months.
Yeah. So one time for that, man. So again, I just wanted to say that I appreciate y'all for doing what it is y'all doing. Yeah. Because again, man, like that shit is definitely helping. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, I get motivated by everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's you, whether it's Gabe, whether it's Pax, Bo, Big Red, Little Red, Tillman, everybody, man. And it's an amazing thing that y'all doing over there. You know what I'm saying? So one time for that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you don't take nothing away from this interview, take that. It don't matter what you up against. It don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter where you start. If you have a vision, do what you got to do to get to the position you're trying to be. Don't let nobody stop you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be the guy that's, I got turned down one time. I got turned down 2 times. You might get turned down 10, 20 times. Am I lying? You know what I'm saying? You might get turned down.
It was a lot of tough days.
Yeah.
But you'll feel it. You will feel every day you're getting just a little bit closer. Even if it was the worst day ever. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in your body is going to say, okay, I didn't do it for no reason, so try again tomorrow. Yeah. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. There you have it, man. I appreciate you, man. Again, bro, appreciate your time, bro.
Oh, yeah, same here, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Again, where can they find you at?
WooMadeit and Slider Online.
Okay. And I be seeing, so is WooMadeit?
Oh, yeah. WooMadeit for YouTube. Okay. And then my Instagram is Slider Online.
Okay. And I see you do you do food reviews, burgers.
Yeah, so I do got my food content going. A lot of that goes on my Instagram page, so you'll see that. Me taking big bites of burgers, helping out the mom and pop shops. I love going to my black communities, promoting, helping out, and doing my thing. So if you're in the food, you can follow me there.
Yeah, and I seen, look, and this is why I say influencers and influencing is very important. We go to the gym together. That's how I know him. I get his Instagram. Boom, I'm seeing what he do. Oh, shit. I see a spot that you and Gabe went to, Burger 3000. I'm like, yo, this shit look fire.
That's one of the ones.
I went there. I went there about a week later. Fire. I went there again yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So again, influencing, being an influencer, there's a value there, right? There's a value there to understanding that you can create and cultivate an audience and put things out and make it visible to other people that would have never known about it. Whether it's burger spots, because that's one of my new spots now. Whether it's burger spots,
right down the street.
Whether it's films, whether it's TV shows, whatever it may be, get out here, be yourself, influence. You know what I'm saying? All that. Oh, I'm not a content. Influence. Be yourself. Push. You know what I'm saying? Let people know what you do, what you into. And it's all going to come full circle. As always, I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We on live as well, like I said, man. But as always, man, thank you for supporting. WooMadeit in the building, man. We here, man. We here.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, y'all.
Let's get it.